All right, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to the channel. So I decided I'm just going to make a video today just because tomorrow is my 28th birthday and I'm feeling like I'm in like a kind of reflective mood. Just wanted to reflect on the past 28 years of life. But more so, I wanted to reflect on a question, that I've tried to reconcile over the past almost 10 years now, or we're going on 10 years now. Now, most of you who are subscribed to my channel, you guys know my story about how I had this sort of spiritual awakening story when I was or spiritual awakening when I was 18 years old, and I stumbled across the teachings of Eckhart Tolle. When I stumbled upon the teachings of Eckhart Tolle, I started to become aware of thoughts that I was having in my mind, and I started to find or connect with this sort of awareness that transcends your thinking mind, my thinking mind. And with the awareness of this sort of space, this inner spaciousness that transcends thoughts, I became incredibly at peace with myself. And as a result of being at peace with myself, it seemed like everything in my life sort of healed, right? My health healed. I had a lot of energy. I started practicing, good habits, and I started getting good grades at school. I started to become social. I just was happy. That's really, I was filled with love. I was filled with love for everyone and everything. And that's really all I really wanted in life, was just to be filled with love and to love everyone and to love everything. So that sort of state of being lasted for a while. It lasted for like a month or something like that. And then it started to dissipate and it kind of left, and I started to kind of get back into my old ways. And but I never was the same after that. Then I stumbled upon this thing called manifestation, and I stumbled upon the teachings of Neville Goddard. And the teachings of Neville Goddard basically said it's all based on the law of assumption, which is if you assume that you are something or that you have something, the world will bend to your assumption, right? If you assume that you are rich and you have a lot of money, after enough time passes in this physical world, money will come to you. If you assume that you're in a loving relationship with the perfect soulmate, even if you're single, but if you assume that for long enough, the world's going to conform to your mind. And that's basically what the teachings of Neville Goddard taught. And I practiced those teachings, and a lot of people know on my story, my channel, the story of how I manifested studying abroad in New Zealand by implementing the law of assumption. So I'd stumbled upon these two teachers with these two teachings, and one of the teachers, Eckhart Tolle, basically said, find peace within yourself. And if you find peace within yourself, you don't have to worry about manifesting anything specifically. Everything else is going to be added onto you. So if you find peace within yourself, everything's going to heal. Everything's going to work out. You're going to see your outer world begins to mirror your inner world. So that's what Eckhart Tolle's teaching was saying. Is like, you don't have to focus on manifesting anything specifically. Neville Goddard's teaching was a little bit different. Neville Goddard's teaching was like, you have to know exactly what it is that you want, and you have to assume that you already have what you want. Okay? You have to assume that you have what you want already, and if you assume that you have what you want already, you're going to get it. That's the only way it works. Okay? So for me, I was always, for the past like 10 years, trying to reconcile Eckhart Tolle's teachings and Neville Goddard's teachings. I was always like, do I need to be specific about what I manifest, or do I just go straight for the gold and find peace within myself? And me asking that question really kept me in a state of not kind of bouncing back and forth in this sort of like doubtful, I just wasn't sure of myself. I just wasn't sure of myself, like what I'm supposed to do. But, and I really don't have the answer for it. And that's why I'm making this video. I just want to sort of touch on it because this has been a question that's been on my mind for the past 10 years. And the only thing that I can really extract from both of the teachers, Eckhart Tolle and Neville Goddard, is that at the core of their teachings, at the core of Neville Goddard's teachings, he always says the state that you would be in if you already had what you desired is a state of relief. Now, what Eckhart Tolle says was, when you find stillness within you, you find an underlying peace. So the two teachers are basically saying the same thing in a different way. Really, what we want as human beings is a state of inner peace and a state of stillness. It's from that state of inner peace, from that state of inner stillness that you manifest basically everything that you could desire in the world. So, from what I understand from both of these teachers, is the state that we seek is a state of inner peace and stillness. You could call it relief, you could call it inner peace, you could call it stillness, but that's really the primary state of consciousness that we're looking for, whether it be you just want to be closer to God in a religious sense or a spiritual sense, or if you want to manifest something externally. That's the state of being that you have to stick to. So my battery's about to die right now, so I'm just going to wrap this video up, but I just wanted to touch on this subject. And yeah, this is sort of the question that's been plaguing my mind for the past 10 years, and I really think it just comes down to being at peace with yourself, finding stillness within yourself, and being in a state of relief, and doing whatever you have to do to get into that state. And like I said, tomorrow's my 28th birthday, so I'm really gonna make this the priority in my life going forward. All right, peace out.